Here we go. Good evening, Diesel Core. This is our first call of February 2016, and we have a fully loaded agenda to cover tonight. But first and foremost, I want to start by congratulating each and every one of you that were Success Club qualifiers for this month. Even if you helped 1 to 2 people, which means that you either hit Success Club 1 to 4, this month, I want you to still give yourself like a huge pat on the back and understand that that's still momentum and that's still 1 to 2 people that you helped get started on their fitness journey. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate all of you guys for taking a step forward in January and making things happen. I think if I'm not mistaken, our top earner in all of Diesel Core goes to Susan with Success Club 20. And let me say, we're going to go over this in a second when it goes to the Coach Power Hour, but I just posted about an hour ago on our team page about the to-do list of a successful coach, the daily things that they make sure to get done in their business. And it was crazy to me to see Susan post right after that. Those are exactly the things that she's doing in her business. Hello, the proof is in the pudding. So, when these things are taught in New Coach Training or posted into the team page, we don't say them just to make things look pretty, but they really are the tools that you need, the actions you need to take to bridge the gap between what you're doing now and what you want. Okay, so if you did not catch that, I posted it on our team page, and be sure to scroll until you find it. It's called the Coach Power Hour. And for all my new coaches and new coach training, that was our day 1 topic today, along with the why. So, second thing, Janine mentioned it on the chat. We have Fit Club happening this weekend, Saturday at 9 a.m. at Diesel Core Fitness. So to tell you a little bit about that, Nina and myself are part of the Hispanic Council for here in South Florida when it comes to all Hispanic events and all the things that we're doing. And so one of the things that we're implementing is having Fit Club done once a month. This month was my baby. I was the one that put it together. And so I picked Diesel Core to be our location. And this is a perfect time for all of us, A, as a team to get together and sweat it out, but also B, for you to bring any prospects, anybody that you want to introduce to this business or this lifestyle, even if it's just the workouts, even if you want them to try Shakeology, just to get a feel for what we have to offer. I highly encourage you to invite them Saturday. The tickets are only $5. And you can get them online beforehand. And it's a sure shot way for them not just to, buy a workout and do it at home, but to really feel a sense of community that we've got and the sense of unity we have as a team. Okay, so I want to remind you, Fit Club, Saturday, 9 a.m. Get registered. There are not that many tickets left, okay? Third thing I want to talk about. You've been hearing left and right about the Push 2.0. This is a big deal, guys. Let me tell you, the last time that Diesel Nation did a push, there were 6 diamonds that came out of Diesel Core. In fact, we have a lot of them on this call tonight. If you were a diamond that came out of the push, raise your hand. That's what's up. So it works, okay? But obviously, you're not going to get plugged into a group and just magically look at posts and do nothing and just turn into a diamond. No. This definitely is a training that is intense. It's high level training. It's something that is really going to take your attention, and not just that, but you applying everything that is being taught to really make it happen in 5 weeks. And can it happen in 5 weeks? Abso-freaking-lutely. Even if you are a brand new coach on our team and you're wondering and asking yourself, like Mallory messaged me earlier today, and she says, I've been a discount coach for a while now, but I'm really thinking about going all in and starting to build a team. Do you think the push is for me? Yes, it is. And I'll tell you why. The entrance into the push is only $10, but the amount of training that you're going to get in the push is absolutely invaluable. It's invaluable. And it's there for your keeping. It's there for you to keep for your records, to go over as you please. It's there for you to revert back to. But let me tell you, we had a call. My mom was on the call, Becky Cooper, if you don't know, that's my mom, by the way. Becky Cooper and I were on the mastermind call today, putting together all of the things that we're going to cover on the agenda and giving out topics for each leader to work on. And when I saw the agenda and the things that we're going to go over, I'm telling you guys, it's gold. It's gold, and it's what's going to help you take your business to the next level. So if you're wondering, are those $10 worth it? Yes. If you're wondering if you're in new coach training right now, can you do both? Yes. Or if you're wondering if I recommend it, heck yes. Okay? So get signed up. Tomorrow is the absolute last day to get signed up for the push. You must pay the $10 through PayPal, fill out an application, and once that's done, you'll be plugged into the group. You'll be sent an email for you to plug yourself into the group and make the request. Just want to note real quick, there are over 500 plus people already registered into the push at the moment, but only 200 or so are actually in the group. That means that a lot of people may have paid, if this is you, have paid, but paid with a different name. For example, I know Lizette just finished telling me she paid for the push, but she used her husband's name. There's no way for Paulina, the person coordinating this, to know that. So if that happens to be you, if you signed up but you used your husband's PayPal account, or if you signed up with your maiden name, anything like that, make sure to shoot an email to Paulina or a message on Facebook, Paulina Nowak, and she can make sure to plug, who you are to your payment and get you in, all right? So push starts Monday, February 8th. It's a 5-week training. And if you cross the finish line as a paid diamond or star diamond, wherever it is that you fall, wait until you guys hear the prices that we have coming your way. I just want to tell you, you want to get this done. All right. So enough of the push. Again, intense, highly invaluable stuff. You want to be there. Next thing I'm going to talk about real quick is the Team Cup. So we've got a total of 12 teams signed up. Are you guys ready? Whoever's on my team, you're on the winning team. I just want to let you know. But nonetheless, no. We have 12 teams signed up. I'm psyched. I'm excited. I want to just give you my opinion and my suggestion for the next 4 weeks. And this is something that Carl Deichler, our CEO, told us at a Super Saturday, and it always sticks with me. Stay in phase 1 of coaching. What does that mean? That means stay in phase 1, commit to the Coach Power Hour. That to-do list, commit to it, because those are the things that are going to create momentum in your business. Getting out there and talking to 3 to 5 people a day, getting out there posting about challenge groups, getting out there and being a product of the product, getting out there and creating relationships, talking to people that you haven't talked to in a long time, friending new people, joining groups of similar interests. All these types of things are going to be the seeds planted that are going to create the momentum you want to see in your business. Okay? We know that the 3 vital behaviors are invite, invite, invite. Okay? The second is to be a product of the product. And the third is personal development. And so tonight, what I have devised is I think everybody here is pretty much a product of the products, right? We signed up as coaches because we believe that Beachbody Blue. We know the workouts work. We know Shakeology is amazing. And it's the fountain of youth, and it makes us feel so great. I think, and inviting, we're getting so much better. I think we're working on that a lot on the team page, with Social Media Monday and the different ways to talk to people. I think the one thing that most coaches skip or think that is not as important is personal development. And that's why I wanted to put together tonight's call for you guys, because I want you to understand. I want you at the beginning of February 2016, a Team Cup month, to understand that personal development equally plays an important role. By the show of hands, how many of you have ever been frustrated by getting a no from somebody? How many of you have been frustrated that you've talked to someone back and forth for like 3 days and then they tell you, I'll think about it? How many of you are frustrated by people that actually bought the program, have it sitting on their counter, but they do nothing with it? How many of you are frustrated with objections? It's too expensive. I don't have the time. I don't think I can work out at home. I don't drink shakes. Listen, those are the same things that every single coach in the network faces. I face them every day. My mom faces them every day. Christina faces them. Becky faces them. Here, I think, is the biggest difference, is that we've learned how to deal with them. We've learned that they are not roadblocks. They are not anything that sway us one way or the other. I believe that successful coaches are ones that know the value they have and will not be affected by someone else's poor decision. Okay? And it's not to say that the person is bad in any kind of way. They just haven't gotten to that place yet. But our job is to be there ready for when they do. So tonight, the reason why personal development is so vital is because when you are facing these objections, when you are facing maybe the naysayers, when you are facing all these kinds of things, you need to be strong enough with you, with what you're doing, with your value and what you're doing in this business, to just like bulldoze through them and go forward. And guess what? When you do that, people feel that from you. So the first person I'm going to have talk to you tonight is Veronica Cavalcante, which is my little sister. And the reason why I wanted Veronica to come on and talk to you tonight was, first and foremost, I've been a coach almost 5 years. She maybe joined us a year ago. My mom's been with me since day one. But Veronica only joined about a year ago, where she actually started investing in this business and giving it her all. And I want her to tell you about why it took that long and what her reasonings and what made her really commit. On top of that, she told me this story one day. One morning, she calls me up and she's like, I had an epiphany. The chicken breast. And she kept saying, the chicken breast, the chicken breast. And I'm like, I had no idea what this crazy woman was talking about. But when she finished, I was like, you need to get on a team call and share that. So I'm going to pass it on over, and let me go and unmute her, because I think that I have to do that. Okay. And introduce to you, Veronica. Okay, she's going to mute herself. Perfect. And introduce to you my sister, Veronica Gajardo Cavalcante, and hear from her.
Thank you, Monica. How many of you guys have annoying family members that don't believe in what you do? So yes, I was that family member. I'm really happy to be on this call. Thank you, Monica. I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I am going to be extremely honest, though. I am nervous. So I pounded my face with makeup. So if I start stuttering and I'm not making sense, well, at least I look pretty. So, okay. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to you guys about my, thank you. I'm going to talk about my Beachbody journey. So yes, Monica, about 4 years ago, something like that, got into this Beachbody stuff and was working out at the daycare. And I was always that fly on the wall. I was always, I didn't knock it. I didn't knock what she was doing. I didn't believe in it. I didn't think that I could do anything like that. I just always thought, that's not me. First and foremost, I wasn't really into like working out and stuff like that. But as time kind of went by, and I started seeing, Monica, in her success and everything, I started, my mind shift just started changing. But, I used to always tell her, because she used to always tell me, why don't you do coaching? Why don't you do coaching? And the first thing I thought to myself was, Monica, I'm not a salesperson, so that was my, closed-minded mentality of what Beachbody was, a salesperson. I'm sure that's what a lot of you, first, when you come in, that's what you think. So I used to always say, I can't do that. I can't sell shakes. I can't sell that. That's just not for me. That's just some, scheme. And I was that annoying family member. So with time kind of going by, and, Monica one day said she was going to quit her job. And I was like, well, good luck with you, good luck with that. Hope it goes well, and I was still skeptical. I still didn't believe, in it. And I always, used to see those infomercials and see the before and afters. And I used to always say, yeah, that's Photoshopped. But then my sister's one of them. So I'm like, yeah, that's not Photoshopped. So, I started to believe. And little by little, I was getting inspired by my sister. I was getting inspired by my mom. They were, here making it big. And I kind of wanted to, one day I was just like, you know what, Monica, I'm in. I'm in. I don't know what it was. I don't know when it happened. I just know that I wanted to commit. I wanted to commit to this. I wanted to see what Beachbody had to offer. But I'm gonna be honest, when I got into Beachbody, my mentality about Beachbody was, okay, this is a fitness thing, so you have to be fit. Okay, this is all about fitness, so you know you have to be a product of the product, and you have to. Yes, that is a part of it, but it's not the essential part of it. So when my sister retired and you know she started building pools and doing all this stuff, you know I wanted to join in, so I did, and I joined the push. I highly recommend everybody join the push. Yes, it is completely worth it. I started the push with one coach, and I ended as a diamond, so it was completely worth it. It was amazing, so I recommend everybody do the push. So with that being said, I got into the Beachbody stuff, and I kept hearing about personal development, and to me, personal development was cheesy. I'm gonna be honest. I thought personal development, you know, that's you know, for people that don't know their identity, you know, I don't know, that's just cheesy. Oh, you know, like Hour Power, all that stuff. It didn't make sense to me at first, and I was really, obviously, as a skeptical person that I am, I was really skeptical about it. So one day I was, you know, just listening, and I was like, all right, let me give this personal development a try. And it really started with Summit. When I went to Summit and I heard Simon Sinek talk, and I heard Shailene, I was blown away. I was blown away, and I was like, okay, so if this is what personal development is about, I'm in. I'm in. So I gave it in. Monica gave me a DVD of Tony Robbins. I must have listened to it 10 times, and I took like 1,000 notes, and I started noticing something. I started noticing that my perspective, my mentality, everything about me just started changing. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain what was happening to me, but something incredible was happening within. Something that nobody can really see, because although I still have the same smile, although I'm the same person, within something was happening, and it was personal development. So I one day just, you know, was listening to personal development, and I had an aha moment, and I was like, I understand what this is about. And so I kind of want to share to you guys what I kind of feel like personal development is. And personal development is not something that you do once or twice. You get a t-shirt, you know, like one of these, and you're done. Absolutely not. Personal development is just like your health and just like everything else in life. You have to continue to do it for the rest of your life. Whether you're poor, whether you're rich, whether you think you're happy, whether you're happy, sad, whatever the case is, personal development is a must for the rest of your life. So I really encourage everybody to dive into personal development. So with that being said, you know, personal development has changed my relationships with not just my husband, but with my friends and my coworkers, and my employees. And you know, like many, and you know, I don't like talking about this much, but my marriage was on the rocks. I mean, it was not good. It was not healthy. And if it wasn't for Beachbody, and if it wasn't for diving into personal development, I honestly don't think I would still be married today. And I am more in love with my husband than ever before. And it's incredible. And like I said, it's something that clicked within that I can't explain. So that comes to my chicken story. So the only way I could really explain what personal development has done to me, I kind of explained it like this. So you have a raw piece of chicken, right? So this raw piece of chicken, Most people tend to, when you have a piece of chicken and you're in a rush, you have excuses, all these excuses. I don't have time for personal development. I don't have time to work out. I have to go to work. I get home, I have to cook, clean. So you tend to rush your life, right? A lot of people do that. A lot of people don't tend to take time on themselves, and they rush. So you get this piece of chicken, this raw piece of chicken, and you put it on a skillet. And because you're in a rush, you tend to put it on high. You're flying through life, right? Everybody flies through life sometimes. Sometimes you don't even realize what you did yesterday or the day before, because you're always on go. You're always on fast, So you tend to put this piece of chicken on high. And so you're cooking this piece of chicken, and you start to season it, right? Because that's what we do. We season our chicken so it tastes good, so we look good. We season it with, a pretty haircut, and it feels good. The haircut looks good. You season it with different things, with materialistic things. You season it with, brand new car. You season it with, going out and hanging out with friends. You put all these seasonings onto this piece of chicken. And a lot of times people don't realize that, when you do things in a fast forward motion, and you don't take the time to really cook the chicken, what's going to end up happening is when you go to enjoy this piece of chicken, you're going to cut into your piece of chicken, and the inside of the chicken is going to be raw. So all that you've seasoned your chicken with, you're going to have to end up throwing. You're not enjoying it. In other words, you're not going to enjoy your life. So because you didn't season your chicken, because you didn't cook your chicken thoroughly, you didn't cook it, with time, you didn't cook it slowly, you didn't cook inside, you're going to end up throwing away this piece of chicken, and then you don't get to enjoy. Have you ever noticed that some people, you look at them and you think, gosh, you have everything. Why are you so miserable? It's because they don't cook within. So I encourage everybody, take the time. Because if you have this other raw piece of chicken and you cook it slowly, and you put all the seasonings in it, and the same thing you did to your first chicken, but you really cook within. It starts within, and you cook from the inside out. Everything that you seasoned your piece of chicken with, in the end, you are going to have an amazing dish, and you're going to enjoy that dish. So I encourage everybody, personal development is extremely important. And honestly, I can say, I can walk away from Beachbody today. I would tell you it was all completely worth it. And that's what you want. You want I got something out of Beachbody that I can't explain. And I can't, it has done something to my life that I am forever grateful. So, that's pretty much my story, I don't know if anybody has any questions.
That was awesome. And I'm telling you, this crazy woman wrote to me, or called me one morning, and was like, I have to tell you about the chicken breast. And when she finally explained it, it made so much sense. Did it make sense to you guys, what she's saying? I agree, Nelly. It was completely amazing. And so I want you guys to hear that, because I think she's right. A lot of times we want to just skip through everything, right? Personal development is the easy thing to skip through, the thing we think we don't need, when in actuality, it's what's going to work you from the inside out and create results. All right? It's going to come out of your pores. All right, I'm going to skip over to Liz real quick. I don't know why I am only getting 7 minutes left on this call, but I think it's because we've got 40 people. So I'm going to pass it on to Liz. I want you to hear from her really quick. And if we get cut off, just know that, if you have any questions after that, we can post it on our team page. Take it away, Liz. You're muted, Liz. Unmute yourself.
There we go.
All right.
I'm like a pro. I wanted to start with my background, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and skip over all of that. And, I started when I came back home from working full time. I dabbled into personal development, very, just books here and there. But I took the Jennifer Grace class. I was really inspired with Amy Capola and her Jennifer Grace call. And everything that she talked about, it described me completely. And what I loved most about her class was the fact that I had an accountability partner at the end of every week holding me accountable for every single tool that we were using during that class. And one of the tools that actually stood out to me was the no expectations. A lot of the times when we message people or post things, we expect either a certain amount of likes or a certain amount of comments, or somebody to reply right away, or you're afraid of what is it that you're going to say. And I literally took that entire week and said, you know what, I am going to message everybody who I have on my friends list or haven't talked to in forever, and not expect a single thing. That changed my entire course of my business, because now I was actually looking at messaging everybody, not expecting anything in return, and the conversation flowed easily. There's no more fear. It was completely removed. And so I'm going to leave you with 3 of my top tips that are very valuable to me. The first one is becoming a morning person. A lot of times I'm a firm believer that the last thought you have at night is the very first thought you're going to have in the morning. So if you say, oh my God, it's 11 o'clock. Oh my God, I have to get up at 5 in the morning. I'm going to be so exhausted. I'm not going to have time to work out. Well, guess what? When you wake up in the morning and 5 o'clock hits, guess what's going to happen? I am so exhausted. I only got 4 hours of sleep. Instead, I want you to look at your morning and think about it like Christmas Eve. That Christmas Eve, you spent hours wrapping gifts. You didn't care what time you went to bed. Why? Because you were so excited about Christmas morning that you wanted to see your kids' faces as soon as they came down the stairs and opening those presents, right? So you have to tackle every day that way. Your personal development, I understand you're probably new and you're thinking, I don't really want to invest into a huge amount. I just started this business. Well, start with a book. Start with the workshop. Audios are great, but you know what? After a few minutes, you lose track of time and you completely zone it out. So I actually recommend for you to sit down and actually read a good book. And I know what you're thinking. I don't have time for that, right? So that comes back to becoming a morning person. If you really set aside at least 10 minutes out of that power hour that you have in that morning, you will get your reading done. My third tip, write yourself a letter. All the amazing things that you've accomplished. These are actually one of my assignments in the Jennifer Grace class. And what it did was that it brought awareness as to all these amazing things that you've accomplished and that you are capable of so much more. I am a firm believer that the busiest people have the most amount of time because we manage our time efficiently. So I will leave you with that. Drops mic.
Oh, mine is blown. That is a rock star. She got it out in like 4 or 5 minutes. But what great tips. So we heard from Veronica why it's important, why we need to work on ourselves, because that's what we're going to project out. And Liz just gave us 3 amazing tips on how to make that happen. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I hope that you guys realize that it's not the step to skip. Okay, these are 2 diamond leaders. Both of them have skyrocketed their business, built a team, and both of their teams are rocking and rolling. And you can clearly see why. So I hope that was helpful to you guys tonight. I hope that you take this information and you really run with it. Take on the push. Take on the Team Cup with determination. Work with intent. Work with action. Don't be a collector of information. Don't walk out of this call and say, that sounded really great, and do absolutely nothing tomorrow. Work intentional, and let's rock February, because January is going to be hard to match. Let's rock it, guys. Have a great night, Diesel Core. Any questions, anything that you have, please post it on our team page, and we will tackle them together. Have a good night. Bye.